My name's Pete Martin, and today I'm one of the many faces of America. Hi, my name's Pete Martin. I'm an activist, an organizer, and a law student. I founded a group called Indivisible Brooklyn, and I'm one of the leaders of that group now. Indivisible Brooklyn's part of the nationwide Indivisible movement, organizing for progressive policies and a better world. I don't know what went wrong in 2016. I know that a lot of us who should have been more engaged during that campaign and long before weren't. In a way, I'm just as sad about work that I wasn't doing from 2009 through 2016 as in 2016 itself. There were so many problems and so many injustices that liberal-minded people, progressive-minded people didn't see or ignored or thought weren't important enough because we had a quote-unquote good president in the White House and things were going well. To me, that's a bigger problem than the votes one day in November. I think Hillary Clinton was the victim of pretty incredible sexism and misogyny. She has flaws like everyone does, including especially politicians. She wasn't a perfect candidate. She's not a perfect politician. I don't share all of her politics. But I think that a man in exactly her position probably would have won more votes and would have faced much less criticism and much less unfair treatment than Hillary Clinton did. I think Bernie Sanders, while very important and inspiring to many people, including me, is one person in a movement that began before him, will continue beyond him, and will constantly evolve. I think the Sanders campaign was an important part of American politics, just like years before it, Occupy Wall Street was, and the Black Lives Matter movement was. There's a resurgence in the United States of progressive movements, some of them led by individual figures, and many of them led by the grassroots, by individual people standing up and fighting for the things they need, fighting for justice that they're not getting. As of today, things are looking really good for Democrats. Nothing's certain, and good results are going to require a lot of hard work from a lot of people. I'm very much committed to doing my part. In fact, I'm planning on working full-time for a campaign for about 5 months this year. I'm committed to helping Democrats regain seats in the House and the Senate and across the country. Brooklyn, like New York City and like so much of the country, has a tremendous housing crisis and more deeply a crisis of inequality. People who have lived here for decades are being priced out, are being forced out. Some of that is broad market forces, and some of that's really abusive behavior by individual landlords and policymakers and fellow citizens and residents. If you see something wrong, if you feel that something's wrong, do more than talk about it, do more than think about it. See who else is working on that issue or the whole range of issues and see how you can help them, or see what you can start to make a difference yourself. I think anyone who's interested in what Indivisible is all about should absolutely get involved, and we'd love to have them involved in our group. There are other Indivisible groups in Brooklyn and across the city. The future of justice in the country is not going to come from a charismatic individual winning an election. It's going to come from people building communities, building movements, changing culture to make sure that our culture is one that cares for everyone and protects everyone and values everyone. No presidential candidate and no president can do that.